Good morning, welcome to Bitcoin Bounce. My name is Joseph, and today I'm here with Dion, and we're talking about Bitcoin. Today's the 13th of September, so in 2 days from now, we are having the Ethereum merge. And so a lot of people are thinking, should I rather just keep my money in Bitcoin and then after the merge buy Ethereum again, or should I stock up on Ethereum right now? So there's a lot of big questions and important decisions to be made. So Dion, tell us what's happening with Bitcoin.
Good morning, Joseph. Morning, guys. Let's quickly have a look at the indexes. So the US dollar is still doing a nice little pullback for us. That's great. But all this is all the markets are a bit suspect, because this is like really a nice pullback, and one would expect our Bitcoin to have actually had a much bigger bounce than, it's normally very correlated to what happens with the dollar. So when this goes down, Bitcoin shoots up. So I think there's definitely market manipulation. So you can see this week there are a lot of news opportunities for them to mess with the markets. So every day from today through until Friday. So I personally think it's a very dangerous week in the markets. We must just be all very, very careful. The Nasdaq is up. That's looking great. So that also corresponds with the dollar. So that looks right. The S&P 500 also has a nice up run. Money into altcoins, money flow into the altcoins, that's slowed down a bit, but that's because of the Bitcoin dominance. We can have a look at that quickly. So remember, the Bitcoin dominance is above that 40% again. So that is the reason I think the money's flow into the altcoins are a little bit slower. Also, if we have a look at this chart here, the altcoin season chart, so remember these are, I think it's 50 of the biggest coins, and when 75% of them are outperforming Bitcoin, then they say it's altcoin season. So earlier, a few days, days ago, we were up to 98%, so all the coins were outperforming Bitcoin by far. But when that dominance shot up again, you can see how the altcoins dived. So we're just about to not have an altcoin season anymore. We'll see what happens there. The fear and greed index is also up, so positively. So we were at 22 last week, and now we're at 34. So also because of that Bitcoin bounce, I think people are less scared. If we have a look at Ethereum quickly, this is just a weekly chart. So we got into that zone where we were expecting fireworks from this area, as has happened before, but the market is just very, very slow. Nothing's happening. We had a bit of a rejection there off the top of that zone, $1,778. So we're bouncing around there at the moment, and I think this is all because of the incoming merge. It's just very slow. I expected much more fireworks to happen before the merge actually happens. It might just be because everyone's waiting for it to see that it's successful and that it's actually pulled off and going before we would see anything happen in Ethereum. I think we'll talk about that tomorrow, Joseph. And then Bitcoin had a nice bounce above the weekly support. So also in a danger area now. So we're right under that 200, which we've been struggling to break for how long, the 200 MA, and also this line, the trend line that we've been worried about since November last year. We've at last now reached that. So there really is massive resistance in this area, and previously also you can see the big rejections we've had from this area and just above. So I think Bitcoin is really going to struggle to get through this, and with all the news this week and the Ethereum merge, and there's just so much happening, I just think that they're going to manipulate the markets. So I wouldn't get into any Bitcoin now. It could just shoot up, or it could shoot down at the moment with all the news and the merge and everything happening. So I wouldn't get into that at all. What I am looking at is Link. But also a bit wary because of everything that's happening this week. So Link, we can just look at the possibility again of Link. So Link came from up at $53, so it's like really way down. So it's a good hodl coin and always a good entry to get into Link. So I'm looking we had quite a lot of resistance at this $8 mark. So if, depending what happens now with Bitcoin this week and Ethereum, so if we can get above this $8 and properly test it, come back and retest it, so we see we're very stable on the $8, then I would get in, and you could then just trade up to this high. That wouldn't be a very big trade though. It's probably about 3-4% if you wanted to get out there and just take profit, and then just see if we get rejected. So the last 2 times we got rejected from there, but maybe I think it's third time lucky. If we get up there, we might break through now this time. So if we you could take profits, or you can then just hold. And my target is actually up here. The 11. Sorry, no. Where was I? It is actually up at 9. Yeah, the original one is at 9.53. I'm thinking of I'm on the wrong chart here. I just wanted to get into the hour. Yeah, it was actually this range I was talking about. So if you can take profit, we might get a small rejection here and then get back in and then trade it up to the 9.50. So roundabout, if you wanted to, you could wait until we settle above this level and then take your 10%. So I think there's a good 10% in it for us up to the 9.50. And that's the region that we've targeted now twice before and been rejected. And it was fairly recently that we've gone up there, so I really foresee that we would make that easy. It just depends on what exactly Bitcoin does the rest of this week. So it might even take till the end of this week or next week for us to actually break this $8 this area, and we can get into this trade. So as I say, I'm very wary this week. Something's definitely up in the markets. That's it, short and sweet today, Joseph.
So on this Link coin, you reckon there's 10% profit in there?
At least, we must just find a level above that $8. Just settle there. As I say, something's up in the markets. I don't trust it at the moment. But once we feel comfortable there, I think that's a very good entry, and then to do at least 10% there. For sure.
Chainlink is an excellent coin. The fundamentals on the coin is very good. So even if you would buy and it will pull back a little bit, if you just hold on to that coin, it's not necessary to put a stop loss. It will eventually go up there. Just have to be a little bit of little patience. Okay, so Dion, that's just very interesting. So do you think it's possible for your big corporations to manipulate Bitcoin?
Yes, for sure, absolutely, 100%. It's being manipulated every single day, for sure.
That's always difficult for me to hear that, because I almost always look at Bitcoin as this gold standard that's going to stand, and it's free from manipulation by governments, because governments can't control it like they control the dollar or other currencies. But I think on a short term, it's probably possible for big investment companies to manipulate Bitcoin. I think the more people buy Bitcoin all over the world, the less they're going to be able to manipulate it. So a lot of people are scared before the Ethereum merge. I put 40% of my whole portfolio in Ethereum, because I believe on the long run we're going to have tremendous growth on Ethereum. So I'm not going for a very short-term move on Ethereum. I'm going to look at a 6 to 9 months trade on my Ethereum, and I believe that for that amount of time is going to be very very profitable. Okay, thank you, Dion. I think it was a good analysis. I really hope that Bitcoin holds above that levels. And maybe if Ethereum starts moving up, Bitcoin will also break out. Remember what Steve from Crypto Crew said. He says it's important that Bitcoin stays sideways for a while to build a strong base before it rallies up.
Yes, that should be great. Yeah, as long as we don't go down.
Awesome, guys. We're gonna be back just in a little bit. We want to talk about a strategy. Austin from Altcoin Daily. He's got a strategy with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I thought me and Dion is just going to discuss that strategy in the next session. It's going to be good. See you then. Thank you, Dion.
Cheers, guys. Thanks. Have a good day.